Greetings other people of the internet and welcome to the Miketendo show. Super Smash Bros. Is probably the biggest influence of my gaming life. It's the franchise that made me aware of characters like Mario, Link and Pit. Not to mention it's just a blast to get a couple friends together and beat the crap out of Nintendo's All-Stars. My favourite game in the series so far is of course Smash Bros. Wii U, not just for having the most refined formula and all those cool characters, though that certainly is a plus, but because of its possibilities for DLC. And with the Smash ballot still raring for a few months, I decided to give you guys my top 5 characters I feel could be a great addition to the Smash Bros. Roster. So without further ado, let's begin with number 5. You know, despite being a fighting game, Smash doesn't really have all that many characters from fighting games or beat-em-ups, aside from Lil Mac. Now obvious choices would be characters like Bayonetta or Amaterasu from Okami, but for most people, including myself, the character I want to see joining this category is Wonder Red from the Wonderful 101. Wonder Red's become quite a well-known character in Nintendo's history since the Wonderful 101 was released a couple of years ago, and his moveset could use various Unite hand abilities like throwing fireballs and the Wonder moves like Stinger and Cyclone for specials. And his final smash could be a big cinematic team-up with the other Wonderful ones similar to Shulk's. I think the biggest reason why I feel Wonder Red has a big chance is because not only does he and the other Wonderful ones have trophies in the game, the same goes for characters like Rayman, but not to the same level, and there's also music from the Wonderful 101 and Smash Wii U. But yeah, I feel Wonderful Red will be a rather wonderful addition to the Smash Bros. Roster. Thank you and good night! Despite being one of Nintendo's main franchises, Donkey Kong doesn't really have many representations aside from Donkey and Diddy as characters, and around 50 separate remixes of Jungle Hijinks. But what Donkey Kong needs to put in Smash is something a bit more K. Rool? Yes, King K. Rool will be an incredible addition to the already impressive roster of Super Smash Bros. For one, he's a new heavyweight character and a villain, and that's two things that Smash is severely lacking at this point. Not to mention how diverse his moveset could be, considering his various personas from the Donkey Kong Country games in 64. His Crown Throw could work as a neutral special, his Rocket Blunderbuss as a side special, and his Copter Pack for great recovery. Though for his final smash, you could either have him use the Croc Death Ray thing from DK64, or have him dance and sing summoning Kremlings left and right like DDD's old final smash. Though the song would definitely have to be something from the old cartoon show. Considering the immense drive for K. Rool, it's very likely he's one of the most popular first-party characters in the Smash ballot. So really, it shouldn't be too long before this criminal King Crocodile finally has his finest hour. With the recent data mining apparently revealing Ryu from Street Fighter as DLC, this could potentially mean a second character from Sega and Namco as DLC. Now from Sega, obvious choices would be Dr. Eggman or Tails or even Knuckles, but for Namco, the answer just writes itself. Number 3 goes to Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia, a character deserving one of those oh-so-coveted third-party character spots. And while you can just say he's another gosh darn swordsman to add to the list, but the thing is, Lloyd doesn't just use one sword in the game, he uses two. That alone makes him more unique than any other sword wielder in the game. Not to mention with how similar Tales of Symphonia's combat is to Smash Bros., Lloyd's moveset practically writes itself. Demon Fang, Sonic Thrust and Tiger Blade for specials, Beast and Sword Rain for some powerful smash attacks, not to mention Tempest and Rising Falcon for some serious aerial game, and of course would be final smash would be his Mystic Art Falcon's Crest, which works similar to Ike's Great Ether. I think Lloyd would make a really awesome and unique addition to Smash Bros. Not to mention Tales of is incredibly popular over in Japan, and Lloyd is one of the most popular characters in the series. Well, you're probably saying right now, but Miketendo, Tales of is a Sony thing, in which may I remind you that Symphonia was originally released for the GameCube, and its sequel, Dawn of the New World, was originally a Wii exclusive game. So let's give this twin-sworded warrior from Silverarm his chance to brawl with the rest of them. What better way to cement a new IP into the roster by bringing their protagonist into Smash Bros. The Inklings are another one of the many fan-favourite first-party characters to get into Smash Bros. With ballot, and they're my personal favourite first-party character I want to see get in. Not just because of the amount of hype that Splatoon has gained since the announcement, or because it would cement them as one of the big new Nintendo mascots, but because of the fun you could have from making their moveset. All their weapons use ink, which could deal gradual damage when it hits someone, similar to how the Pikmin work. And with their huge arsenal of weapons, they can make very good ranged fighters with their paint rollers, splat bombs, and their super jump would be a great recovery. and their final smash could be one of their various special weapons, either the Ink Strike or the Kraken transformation. As I mentioned earlier, the Hyper Splatoon is almost insane at such events as the dedicated direct from the global test fire. I will honestly be surprised if they won't announce before the ballot even takes effect. Then again, there is the matter of those Inkling costumes coming soon, but for me that doesn't really dent their chances, because I think it's too good an opportunity to waste on a neat costume. So yeah, the Inkling I feel will be the best first party character for Nintendo to get into Smash. Their moveset is diverse, and it could be fun, not to mention all the colours like 4 girl colours and 4 boy colours. I think the Inkling would mesh into Smash very well. Now, before I get to number 1, I would like to go through a few honourable mentions that didn't quite make the cut for this list. So consider these guys number 7 through 6. Honourable mention number 1, Rhyme from Xenoblade Chronicles. As I mentioned back with K. Rool, we need more heavy-hitting characters, but we also need more representation with Nintendo's newer games. And I feel Rhyme would be a very good fit, if he'd be slow but very strong and hard to knock off the stage, with insanely good knockback on some of his attacks. Honourable mention number 2, Rayman. Having been a fan of the series since my gaming life began, Rayman has always been a character I want to see in Smash Bros. Given the power-ups from Rayman Freeze's moveset, plus the Mosquito for a decent recovery, and you have a very versatile fighter. It's still unlikely given Ubisoft's rather bad blood with Nintendo, and that fake leak only makes the pain worse. With the announcement of the Smash ballot, indie developers have gone absolutely crazy, bombarding Nintendo with Twitter campaigns and other such crazy nonsense. The most popular of these being the one for Shovel Knight. And no, he's not on this list. I know he's a popular character and all, but Shovel Knight is on pretty much every console now, so he isn't that core of a Nintendo-sided third party anymore. Number 1, on the other hand, has been with Nintendo since her inception on the Game Boy Color, and I'm of course talking of the half-genie heroine herself, Shantae. Shantae has quickly become one of my absolute favourite video game characters since I found out about her games a couple of years ago. As I mentioned before, she's been exclusive on Nintendo consoles for over 10 years. Her moveset can work very well into Smash Bros. With her various magic abilities like Fireballs, Clown Puffs and Pipe Balls with very good special attacks, while her Smash and aerial attacks would use her various transformations like an Elephant Charge Forward Smash, or her Harpy Talons with some great aerial attacks. And her final Smash could be sucking everyone up in a genie lamp and setting them fly, kinda like Luigi's. Not to mention her various dance moves will make for excellent taunts. And of course, you have to mention the amount of support WayForward have given Shantae for getting into Smash. Heck, they already made some costumes for her, and I swear Jake Kaufman's going to be working on some remixes for some more fan build-up. So ladies and gentlemen, it's not too late to have your voices heard. Go over to the Smash Ballot website and vote for who you want to see. But as for me, I'm sticking with Shantae. I have been Miketendo, and next time it's Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.